First video. Alright, Sunny. What's up? I'm Mariah.
And I'm Faith.
And welcome to our YouTube channel. In today's video, we are going to be reacting to some scary videos on YouTube from all over. We're just gonna react today. Subscribe.
A woman called Melissa Cottrell uploaded a video to her personal Instagram page. Melissa isn't a massive influencer chasing viral fame. Her page is entirely dedicated to her quiet family life and her knitting projects. But recently, she posted a piece of security footage that quickly racked up almost 2 million views. Melissa explains that on March 3rd, at exactly 12:50 a.m., a massive, unexplainable boom shook her house, sending her animals into an absolute panic. Seconds later, her phone buzzed with a chilling notification. Her security camera had detected a human outside. But when she pulled up the feed, what she saw was far from human. Take a look. At first glance, it is almost impossible to process what is happening in the frame. The shape is completely distorted and erratic. However, eagle-eyed viewers took the time to break this incredibly fast movement down frame by frame. When the footage is paused at the exact right millisecond, a terrifying detail emerges. Within the blurred anomaly, the unmistakable shape of a skull clearly appears. This bizarre detail has completely divided the internet. Some viewers are convinced the loud boom and teleporting movement are clear evidence of a UFO or a glitch in reality.
I don't know about the whole skull thing, but it's definitely something that's not normal.
Yeah, honestly, it just looks like a mist or like a bug. Something could have like flown into the camera, but it's so fast. And those Ring cameras don't really have like the pixelation. It doesn't pick up on the speed of things, so it can look very different on camera.
No, actually, but because of the way it shifts, them getting like a skull figure is a little bit far-fetched, just because it's moving around, it's shifting, so obviously there's gonna be things that up here, but it's just because of its movement.
Yeah, that didn't really look much like anything.
Yeah.
On to the next one.
A woman from Alberta, Canada, goes by the TikTok user Rananas007. Her account is completely normal, filled mostly with travel videos and daily vlogs, with zero history of posting anything paranormal. She works the night shift as an on-site security guard at a location in Alberta. One night during her patrol, she spotted something so disturbing in the distance that she immediately pulled out her phone to record it.
When we work night security 8 p.m. to 8 a.m. and we see something coming at us at midnight.
How is it? Raylan!
It walks with a gliding, unbroken smoothness that doesn't match a human stride. Even more terrifying, when the footage is brightened, you can clearly see the humanoid creature has no face or visible skin. Instead, it appears to be covered entirely in thick fur. Unsettled but determined to find answers, she decided to return to the site on another. It saw her.
We went to a back road by the same gate, seen something, and tried to back into a field we seen behind us. And yes, we are chickens.
In this second video, the terror is palpable. The faceless entity is no longer just wandering the perimeter. It has locked onto them. As they sit in the vehicle, the creature begins walking deliberately toward the car. In a panic, they throw the vehicle into reverse to escape, but the entity relentlessly marches forward into the headlights, matching their pace step for step.
Even in the first video, it was very clear.
That's crazy. I didn't see the figure at first. It looked like it was like a big bird by the way it was heightened and like
Looks like Big Bird.
like Big Bird. It was like
No, it looked, yeah, I could see it in the first video. You can definitely see it. It was, I don't know, like honestly, when you see like paranormal videos and you see it shows like a shadow of something walking, but you can clearly see that it's there, that's what that looks like. It looked like a shadow of like a ghost and how they appear on camera.
It's crazy too, because a lot of these ghost videos that you see on the internet is usually like a 2D thing, almost like a shadow on the wall type shit.
Yeah.
So the fact that you can see a whole like 3D like that, like you look like you can like squish him almost.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. All right, on to the next one.
This next unsettling discovery comes from the UK, shared by a TikTok user named Elliot McGuire. Usually, Elliot's channel is dedicated to narrating paranormal stories he finds online. He rarely claims to have supernatural experiences of his own. But that changed when his own family became the center of a chilling mystery. Elliot's uncle passed away in 2017, and his house has sat completely abandoned ever since. One day, out of pure curiosity, Elliot's cousin decided to look up her late uncle's property on Google Street View. What she found staring back at her chilled her to her core. Take a look.
Someone needs to tell me why there was a person standing in my dead uncle's bedroom window on Google Street View 3 years after he passed. Right, this is one of those ones that sounds completely fucking made up, and I swear it's not. My Uncle Paul passed away in 2017. He lived on his own, little semi-detached in Earlham, and after he went, the house sat empty for ages because there was all this probate shit going on with the family. Nobody could agree on anything, typical bollocks, and the house just sat there. So it's like 2020, right, and my cousin Paul's daughter, she's looking at the house on Google Maps because she's trying to show a fella where she grew up, and she zooms in on the street view and she screenshots it and sends it to the family group chat, and she just goes, what the fuck is that? And in the upstairs bedroom you can see what looks like a person standing there behind the net curtain, just a dark shape, but it's clearly a person's outline. Head, shoulders, you can even sort of make out they're looking down towards the street.
This is what Elliot is talking about. As we zoom in on the abandoned house, a terrifying detail emerges. Look closely at the window on the first floor. Standing just behind the glass, looking directly out onto the street, is the clear figure of a person. But here is where the story takes a deeply disturbing turn. The timestamp on this Google Street View image is from 2019.
You can check the date on Street View, right? The Google car thing went past in 2019, 2 years after Uncle Paul had gone.
A full 2 years after Elliot's uncle had passed away. When the image is enhanced, there is no denying that a person is standing there.
That is
After
so
making this
creepy.
discovery,
Oh my God.
Elliot's cousin immediately drove to the property to investigate.
But my cousin went to the house to check, and the net curtains in that room were flat. Like, there was nothing behind them that could make that shape. No coat stand, no furniture.
They found the house completely locked up, completely empty, and the curtains in that specific window tightly closed. Even more horrifying, the cousin insists that the shadowy figure captured by the Google car looks exactly like their late uncle.
That's what I was wondering.
That's wild, bro.
That's crazy. So he was in his room still after he passed. I hate it when it zooms in like that. That's wild. I don't like how
it faded out and
you can still see its face. That was creepy.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
You know, that reminds me of one time when Jacob got home. Jacob's my brother-in-law. He got home and it was before when we had to park out on the street here. And he texted my mother-in-law, because you can see her room window from the street, and it was like, I see you. Because he could see, you know, it looked like she was looking outside of her window to check to see who just pulled up. And my mother-in-law texted him back and it was like, no you don't, I'm not home. And Jacob was like, bro. And Danny and I are sitting, Danny's my husband, Danny and I were sitting in the front room eating and watching one of our shows at the time. And he came in the house and was like, were one of you guys in mom's room? And we were like, no, we haven't gotten up, we've been sitting here the whole time. And he's like, I swear to God, there was a face looking out of mom's window, looking right at me. And I texted her, I see you, because she usually checks to see when I get home. and she just told me that she's not here. And I was like, yeah, she hasn't been here for hours.
Oh my god.
And then we ended up staging her room after that. But there's still weird stuff that happens in her room and in Jacob's room too.
Really?
Yeah, but that video just reminded me of that moment. That is crazy.
I don't like that. I don't like the fact that usually when you see ghosts too in these videos, it's very hard to get a depiction of like their nose, their eyes, lips, or whatever. But that was so fucking clear. It was almost like it was a picture.
Yeah.
I don't like
That's
that.
crazy.
A man from New Jersey named Marcus Wilson never posts anything paranormal on his account. In fact, he rarely posts at all, mostly just sharing random videos with his family and friends. However, in a video he uploaded on the 1st of May, 2026, Marcus was out doing Uber Eats deliveries at night, and his car dash camera and phone captured some truly bizarre occurrences. This footage might honestly be some of the clearest and most undeniable paranormal proof we have ever come across on the Haunted Frequency. Let us watch the raw footage. Here, Marcus realizes he will turn right next to a cemetery.
Cemetery.
Marcus did not notice that at all. He got out of his car for a different reason.
Let's see a vibration. But see tapping at the window. He's definitely here. What the fuck? What the fuck was? What the? Why? What the? No. Oh hell! What the fuck?
Fuck, that's crazy.
That's insane. I low-key, in my mind, was trying to debunk the whole shoe thing because for some reason when I saw the shoe, I immediately thought about how, like, mind you, this is like an out-of-the-box thing, but how ants can low-key, if they gather, they can pick up like objects bigger than them to bring it to their colony. So I'm like, maybe it was like a whole bunch of bugs that moved the shoe at first, because the very first movement, it wasn't like a long enough thing. It was like a small little like nudge. So I was like, it could be a bug that could have moved it. So I was just kind of like looking around, but you can clearly see in the video there was nothing there.
Ants is wild.
Ants
is wild.
You know,
they have a whole family. They're like, yeah,
let me move that
bring
shoe.
Let's bring the shoe to the colony. They'll fucking love this.
It was like, I don't know. I really tried to debunk it because of what was around it too. So it's like maybe it just happened like it got caught at a wrong time.
Yeah.
But seeing the way that door moved and the handle was moving,
yeah, that's crazy. That's a big, heavy object to open like that.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's possible that someone could have been crouched, hiding, you know, coming around from the front, that corner front side of the car. But at the same time, the door handles are not that close. The door handles are, you know, farther back. So the amount of time it would take and the strength it would take to use like one hand, pop it open, and then run away before he got out of the car, that amount of time is like too short. Someone would have had to, yeah, that would have been impossible to do.
But the crazy thing about it too is that if you open a car door from the outside, it's not going to trigger the inside handle, and you can clearly see the inside handle moving. So it was already in the car.
Yeah, that's true. The inside doesn't do anything.
So when that little apparition went in front of him while he was driving, it had to have just been in there for it to open it from the inside. But I do get he was already standing in and out of the car before that.
Yeah.
So it could have even happened then. Yeah. But again, the outside handle can't trigger the inside. It's not going to open if you open it from the opposite side.
Yeah, no, that was crazy though.
That's insane.
That's crazy though. That's scary to think about.
A man from Britain called Jack O'Lantern, who we covered on the Haunted Frequency before. Jack is a paranormal enthusiast, well known for telling scary stories and exploring haunted sites across the UK. He lives in a house built in the 1920s and has a very dangerous hobby. He collects paranormal objects to display inside his home. Naturally, bringing cursed items into your living space is a direct invitation for unwanted activity. In a video uploaded just last week on May 4th, 2026, Jack captures even more strange activity plaguing his house. He grabbed his camera after hearing aggressive knocking on his living room door, for the third time that afternoon.
Okay folks, I've just got the camera out because for the third time this afternoon, there's been knocking on the living room door. Now, my partner's presently asleep upstairs. I'm just having a little relax watching TV down here. As you can see, just myself. And several times this afternoon now, the door, either the handle's rattled or or someone's knocked on the door. Shh, listen. Hello? Is that you? What the hell are you doing? Whoa, man, what? Are you doing that? What is it, eh? What is it? Oh, Jesus. I don't really know where to go. What's that?
If you're gonna bring something haunted into your home, you should at least bless the objects, sage the objects to prevent that from happening if that's what you aspire to do. So I'm not sure if he actually did do that, but you should expect that to happen.
It's kind of just common sense.
It's common sense.
It's like with the Warrens, how they had their own, they had a specific room that they kept locked, and that room would be blessed every so often with all of their findings during their paranormal hunts and stuff. That's a pretty common thing to do. But yeah, the footsteps would have terrified me coming down the steps while he was standing right there.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
And just knowing the fact that the house is 1920s, that alone could already carry what they call like an egregore, just over time.
Yeah.
Energy.
What was crazy was that he had a record player that looked exactly like mine that Papa had given me a long time ago. And I had that record player in my room for the longest time. And there was this one night where I was on the brink of falling asleep, and I turned face towards the bed. Towards the wall on my bed. But I'm not laying at the side on the wall. I'm laying on the further side away from the wall, but I'm facing the wall. And I'm on the brink of falling asleep, and then all of a sudden I feel an arm wrap around me and hold me, and I jolt up and wake up.
Oh my god.
But I was like so terrified that I did not turn around. I didn't look. I just shook it off and went right back to bed.
Wow.
And I think it might have been after Nana had passed.
Wow, that's crazy.
Because I ended up getting that record player sometime after Nana had passed, I believe.
That's insane.
These were our videos that we reacted to today. Short little first video to give you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. Of course, we're going to keep doing videos like this. If there's anything that you guys want us to react to, go ahead and send it to us. All of our socials will be linked in our bio here. So we will see you next time. Our next video that's going to be coming out is going to be the ghost hunt that we're going to be doing in Las Vegas at the Luxor Hotel. We will see you guys next month in July. Bye!